I'm your girl Murk, aka Miss P31, and right now you are tuned into P31 TV. I'm so excited that you are here, and if this is your first time tuning in, be sure to hit that subscribe button right now so that you don't miss any of this awesome content that I post every single week. And make sure to hit the notification bell so that whenever I post a new video, you get notified and you don't miss these juicy discussions. So I'm super excited about the P31 TV series because I'm posting every single every single Monday all year long. And this is all amazing content for my ladies because in 2018 we are trying to become the queens that we were meant to be. So I love this series because we're going to be mixing a lot of different topics and different things. We're going to be discussing what's happening, what's new, what's going on, and most importantly, we're going to be merging this with hip hop. And that is absolutely my favorite thing to do because, of course, I'm a hip hop artist. So this month, the star is Cardi B, and we are talking about different things that she's kind of been talking about in different interviews. And this week we're actually going to be dissecting some of her music, which I love because I know that we're living in a hip-hop generation, that our culture is infused with hip-hop, that the way we think, our mindset is spoken through hip-hop. So a lot of times whatever it is that is being said through our music is what we're actually feeling. And so I wanted to take a look at this because I feel like all of us can definitely relate to a lot of the music that we listen to on a regular basis. And so today we are talking about, of course, Bodak Yellow. And I told you guys why we're talking about Bodak Yellow because it was the biggest song, period. Last year it was huge. Billboard, never been this big since Lauryn Hill. So 25 years in the making, a hit has emerged, and as much as y'all are probably sick of it and over it, it is a hit. So let's talk about it. Today we're talking about These Is Bloody Shoes, and I love this because this is one of the most catchy lines of the song, where she's just going in and she's like, these is expensive, these is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes. And I want to talk about it because I feel like as women, one of the things that we do to try to kind of help us with our self-esteem and kind of try to build our self-worth is we look at materialistic things. And a lot of times we find ourselves going after certain designer clothes, certain bags, certain purses, in this case certain shoes, to try to help determine what our value is. And so when we listen to music that constantly brags on materialistic things, we can definitely see the importance of that thing to that person. And I think that this represents a lot of us, okay? That it's not just Cardi B. When I break down her music, it's not because I want to come after her or attack her. It's because I know that what she's talking about is a culture. And this culture is in all of our lives in some form or fashion. And so if you are somebody who feels like you don't have the clothes that you need to have, or once you make more money and you can shop more and you can get your life and you can glow up, that you'll be in a better situation or a better position. But I want you to begin to challenge that thinking about whether or not these things truly bring value, because at the end of the day, these are just clothes, these are just material things, and we have to begin to find our inner beauty and our value from the inside and not the outside, because these things are going to pass away, they're going to fade away, they're not going to matter, at a certain point in our lives. All this stuff cannot bring us fulfillment, it can't bring us happiness, and it definitely cannot bring us self-esteem. But what we find ourselves doing is using these things in order to give ourselves bragging rights. So of course in this song, she's telling you, like, you can't mess with me, like, these expensive, these is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes. Like, that's my way of letting you know that I'm better than you. You understand what I'm saying? This is my way of letting you know that I have arrived, that I'm successful, that I've made it, and it gives me an opportunity to brag on something else outside of me so that I don't have to focus on what is going on the inside of me. And this is definitely part of the Barbie mentality, because when we think about Barbie, a lot of the things that made her so special or so important were all of her possessions. It was all of her clothes, it was all of her shoes, it was, her car, it was was her boyfriend, it was where she worked, it was all these outside things, but we were never able to see the inside of her because she was plastic, because she wasn't real. So there was no mind, there were no emotions, there was no spirit, there was no character for us to be able to judge. We only judged her by what she had. And so we're going to talk about what the Bible says about this, and this is First Peter chapter 3 verse 3 through 4. And it says, I'm going to give you guys two versions. It says, do not let your adornment be merely outward, arranging the hair, wearing gold, or putting on fine apparel. Rather, let it be the hidden person of the heart with the incorruptible beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is very precious in the sight of God. And then the NIV version says, your beauty should not come from outward adornment, such as elaborate hairstyles and the wearing of gold jewelry or fine clothes. So basically, when he says this, it's not the fact that you can't get your hair done. You know, a lot of religions kind of took this far and said you can't wear makeup or you can't wear certain outfits, that you have to cover up your dresses have to go down to your knees or to your ankles or to your feet. But I don't believe that's what God was saying. God was just trying to let us know that we should not let our beauty come from the outside stuff. It's not that he doesn't want us to wear gold jewelry or fine clothes or have red bottoms, but it's a lot of times that is where we're placing our focus. And so he's saying that your beauty cannot come from that. That should not be what you think makes you beautiful, because if you don't have it, or if you don't have the money to get it, then you begin to suffer from low self-esteem, because your worth is determined in these things. But God says rather it should be that of your inner self. It's the unfading beauty. And I love this because unfading speaks to the longevity. It speaks to the consistency of the beauty that comes with a woman who is fixed and beautiful and pure on the inside. So when you are that way, your beauty never fades away, because at the end of the day, like I said before, that stuff is going to pass away. It's not going to matter. When this life is over, you can't take any of that stuff with you. When they bury you in your grave, they're not going to pour all of your red bottoms into your grave with you. It can't go with you. And if you don't live your life for something greater than that, you're going to end up dying, and your eternity is going to be damned, because you did not come to the place of knowing who God is, of knowing who the God is in you, and allowing that to make you beautiful. And so it says a quiet spirit. Let it be an unfading beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit. So that's another thing, is that a lot of times when we are boasting and we're prideful and we're bragging, if you think about the spirit that comes behind a lot of the music that we listen to, it is very attitudinal, it is very braggadocious, it is very prideful, it is attacking other women, it is letting people know loudly, I'm it, I'm bomb, I made it, I'm successful, I've arrived, look at me, look at me, look at me. You know, that's the bold, loud, screaming spirit that always has to convince other people that they're somebody. But when you know who you are, it's a gentle and quiet spirit, meaning that I don't have to say anything. I don't have to tell you about my red bottoms. I don't have to tell you about my hair. I don't have to tell you about my Chanel bag or my Gucci, because you're already looking at me and you're already seeing the beauty that is in me. And so it says that is of great worth in God's sight. So when we think about the value and what's worthy and what's important, we need to know that it's not about what other people say about us. It's not about what they see. It's about what God sees. Because at the end of the day, his opinion is the only one that matters. And what he's more concerned about is you being bloody, not your shoes. It's about his blood washing you in his grace. It's about your sins being forgiven and your sins being covered. It's not about you being perfect and not making mistakes, but it's absolutely about you allowing him in a relationship with him to perfect you from the spirit, okay? And allowing all of that to wash away your pain, your heartbreak, your insecurity, your low self-esteem, your low self-worth, your low self-value. That is what should be bloody, is you, is your character, is all of you, not just those shoes, because those have to come off at the end of the day. And when you lay down at night, you need to have that comfort of knowing that I am an amazing woman, that I am beautiful, that I am worthy, that I do deserve the best, that I am royalty, that I am a queen. And that can only happen in those quiet times. It's when everything is stripped, when everybody is gone, when the cameras are gone, when the watchers are gone, when the people are not there cheering you on. Do you still have that same confidence? And that only comes through God. So I hope that this blessed you guys today. If it did, I definitely want you to do me a favor and share this video, okay? Let all the ladies in your life know about P31 TV. It's going down every single Monday. Again, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, be sure to do that right now. And also check out my website, murkp31.com. I've got some great content on there. I've got music. I've got a book that's out right now that you can read, the P31 devotional, as well as the P31 album. If you like good music, definitely check it out. I love you guys, and I will see you very, very soon. Mwah. Get a copy of my P31 devotional, available on iBooks, Amazon, and Kindle. And if you really like to be jamming and you like turning up, girl, you got to get the P31 soundtrack. That's available on iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, and all the streaming sources. And if you're old school and want physical copies, just check out my website, murkp31.com.